Guys. Okay, so I was just sitting here thinking, I was listening to a video and this thought popped into my head, and the truth of the matter is importante conversation. So if you're jumping on, say what's up. If you're watching the replay, comment below. I can't tell you how many times I get asked, how many hours do you work a day? This question comes from people who are entrepreneurs who are trying to maybe shift the way that they're doing business. Maybe it's people who are thinking about starting business. Maybe it's people who are trying to compare the way I do life to the way that they do life. Whatever. There's always other stipulations and reasons behind why someone asks me how many hours do you work per day or per week. And I get it. Like, there's curiosity there and whatever. It really is irrelevant to some extent. What people, hey, Emily, what's up, girl? It really is irrelevant to some extent, the reasoning why they're asking that question. But I want to explain something. How many hours I work in a day it doesn't really matter. Like, in real talk, what I realized is there's a level of me responding to people's questions that I didn't realize was happening, that I was doing to serve what I believed people needed from me. So when someone would say to me, hey, Jamie, how many hours on average? I don't know why I even wear a jacket. As soon as I start talking, I always get hyped and get really warm. So there's that. How many hours do you work every day? Like, I'm curious, most people who run businesses, like, people assume, people have this story in their head, right? If you run a company, you either have like all of this leisure time, or you work so hard constantly that you can't see straight, right? Both of which are fucking true, by the way. Both of which are true. So when that question comes up, I realized that I would do my best to try to provide someone with an answer to that question. Like, I work this many hours on my business. I work this many hours. And that's like, also, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, how many hours am I working on the business? How many hours am I working on the rest of my responsibilities? How many hours am I talking with clients? Like, there's so many layers to that question. Yes, Emily, exactly. But like, how many hours do you work? And what I need to explain is that's the wrong fucking question to be asking, you guys. How many hours you're working every day? Like, asking somebody that you're trying to learn from, or asking an influencer or a business owner, and you're really wanting to like mold maybe your life around the way that they're doing life. Like, I get there's a time and a place to talk about time frames. Like, you guys know I'm a planner lady, so like we like to do that. But the truth of the matter is, asking somebody how many hours they're working a day to run their business is not the question that you should be asking. It's really not. It's a very surface level question that's not actually giving you what you need to know. It's not. So like, dude, you have no idea. Because some days I work for 2 hours. Some days 15. Like, I don't even fucking keep count because I don't have to. What it comes down to versus how many hours do you work a day, how happy are you? Are you on top of shit or are you always behind? How do you feel? Like, it will always come down to self-awareness, work ethic, and like how important it is to you to deliver what the hell it is that you say you're going to be delivering. Because a lot of times people who are running companies, who own their own businesses, like, there is no, I don't want to say that like you're constantly on, because you don't have to be, because there's a way, trust me, I used to be the other direction. Like, there's a way to maneuver your life and your boundaries to where you're not constantly on, but that doesn't mean that you're not thinking about it. That doesn't mean that when something arises, you don't answer the phone when you need to. But that also doesn't mean you answer it every motherfucking time it rings, right? Like, so again, do you get what I'm saying? Like, the question of how many hours are you working is the wrong question to be asking. The question is, who do you need to be whatever it is you're working towards? Like, who do I need to show up as every day in the world? Not in the social media world, not in the business, not in my relationship, but for me. Who do I need to do, or what do I need to be every day, or try to be every day, because we're not all perfect. So there are days that it doesn't work and that's just that. But like, who do you need to be? What does that mean? How do you exist? What are the boundaries that you have in place so that it doesn't run you into the fucking ground? Like, those are the questions. So next time that you're sitting there asking somebody and you're wanting to learn more and you're wanting to expand your life or take on more responsibilities or start your own business or grow your business because you're drowning or whatever your thing is, the question is not how many hours you work a day. It's irrelevant, quite honestly. Because sometimes I'm sitting in here or I'm sitting on the thing working for a long, long time. And sometimes, like I said, it's difficult. Here's the thing, as an entrepreneur, like, if you're trying to calculate the number of hours you're working, I want to venture to say you're doing it wrong. Like, I want to venture to say you're doing it wrong, guys, because, like, the truth of the matter is, that's not the point. Are you doing what you need to be doing? Yes or no? Are you self-aware enough to keep yourself on track? Stop when you're like when you're spinning your wheels or wasting time. Like, are you self-aware enough to stop yourself from doing things just for the sake of fucking doing things? Well, good, Emily. I'm so glad this is reaching you. Like, those are the questions to ask yourself, not like, how many hours did I work today? Oh, well, I didn't do enough. It's like, but did you do enough? Because that's the thing I struggle with is I'm like, okay, well, I used to always have that conversation. Like, did I do enough? I didn't do enough. I didn't do enough. And it's like, just because I can perform and do so much in certain time frames doesn't mean I didn't do enough today. Doesn't mean I have to work 15 hours. But that also, again, there's no stipulation there because, like, right now it's Wednesday. Wednesday's my fucking day off, you guys. Wednesday's my unplugged day. But I had this moment and I promised myself at the beginning of October that I would be in the moments way more like I used to be. And so as I had this thought, I unblocked my little blocking app that blocks all the things I'm not supposed to do on Wednesdays to keep me from, like, scrolling and responding. And here I am because, like, again, it's hard to put those stipulations on it. And so the more that I was sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, someone needs to say it. Someone needs to say it. Like, wrong fucking question. Wrong question. So there's that. Hey, Kevin, what's up, buddy? Any questions real quick or comments, please comment them below. As always, you guys, thank you for being here. Like, you have no idea how much it means. This is it. Like, those of you who chime in, I understand a lot of people chime in and don't respond or comment because I could get it. A lot of people don't like or comment because it's not how they do social. But those of you who do, like, it does make a difference and I'm grateful. So thank you. As always, if you believe there's anyone else that would benefit from this message, please hit the share button and share it with whomever. And I hope this message hits you. Like, if you have questions or you have thoughts or you want me to expand more, like, I will cultivate content based upon what you are requesting of me. If I have words to say about it, I will. So that's what the comments are for. That's why I always mention it. I definitely mean it. You're not putting me out. That's the whole point, because most likely if it's a question or a thought that you have, other people have it too. And I'm an open book, so it's fine with me. But anyways, go out into the world, do good things, work on the happiness piece. So the self-awareness and the work ethic is what helps create that. Self-awareness is always at the base of it all. Thanks for being here, guys.